Bloodsport. Bloodsport. All right, checking me. We're live, I think, but luckily no one's watching. Bloodsport. We're watching Bloodsport, people. You're in it right now. It's already happening, and we're all pouring shots, pretending this isn't happening. This is happening mostly because of you, Dave.
Really?
You said it was one of your faves.
Yeah. This was. Are there people in the audience now, or are we live?
We should be live.
Because this, I think, I almost wanted you to ask at some point on like Facebook or Twitter, like, have we done this?
I thought we did it.
I thought we did too.
And but we looked it up and we didn't.
Yeah, because this came up on 30-2010 a couple weeks ago.
Did you want me to turn this so we can read?
Yes, so we can read the comments. I could have sworn I not only saw this, Dave, I saw this with you, but I think it was just talking about that fucking ranking the fighters.
There's a
I think it was just from that.
Which I wasn't based on an anniversary way back when I did it. But anyway, it's one of those things I always see in your apartment where it's like a Castro movie like marathon they did once. That they played this at that. So
yes, I know I saw it there because this is for you and Matt. This is familiar. That's Matt Allen, by the way. If you don't know Matt Allen,
what up?
But I never saw this movie ever.
Well, before
Castro? Not before like a few years ago.
Oh boy!
So it's not a classic to me. It's just like,
oh, it is.
Did this define every fighting game stereotype in existence? Like,
yeah. Well, I think it drew from it partially, but also then helped define it. Like, I think there are definitely Street Fighter characters inspired by Bloodsport.
Hi, Bill Mount. Hi, Ace Jetman. Kayla. John Wheel goes. Billy Mount. Full Amish. What up?
I taped this off of some free HBO weekend, and it was
Lucky
like
dog.
This and Running Man. I think we're on the same tape, so I would be like, well, watching this for the next 3.5 hours or whatever.
You know, you and I are both on the same foot when it comes to Running Man. Yeah. So hopefully I can make this into a new classic. We are paused right when the Canon logo comes together, and I find it bizarre. Perfect. Of all the 30-2010 Canon talk we did, we never watched one of their films on here.
Really?
I don't think ever. No. This is some.
It's a Canon classic.
Over the Top. Over the Top was also a Canon film.
Okay. Well, wasn't he? So Van Damme was a villain, and I think it was a Canon film before this. Which I
think so.
Was it No Retreat, No Surrender?
He was cast as the Predator and walked off in one day.
No Surrender to M. Bison.
I don't know what it was, but like it's odd. 30-2010, 1988, the first movies of Jean Claude Van Damme, the first movie period from Steven Seagal. He had no movie appearance before that. He just like his. I found out his trainer. He trained Mike Ovitz.
The president of Disney.
Yes. So he's like, "You're pretty good, man. You ever thought of being in the movies?" Every day, every day.
That's probably not how
and he wrote and produced and starred in his first movie. It was because Mike Ovitz got him a fucking deal.
I'm confusing him with the tall president who Frank, who died.
No,
the guy that was it was Eisner. And Eisner brought in Ovitz, his buddy, because they were like agency guys. And then Frank Wells was the guy that was really kind of like the serious guy. Eisner was like the wheeler dealer type.
And again, we are sunk at 8 seconds into our file, and right when the Canon logo comes together, the arrow right in that C. Matt, do you remember where you first saw this? Ace Jetman says it plays always on UPN on every Sunday.
That's perfect.
I mean, I grew up sort of seeing this movie was just always on. I don't remember a time when it wasn't on. Although in my memory, I thought that Kickboxer came before this because I think I was exposed to Kickboxer in a video store first.
This did come first.
This came first. Yeah.
So this well, I'll point him out when he shows up in the movie, but. It was Jean Claude Van Damme and a friend of his came to America to be movie stars, and they both got signed. And the other guy you'll see him later. He's the villain in I think Kickboxer.
Really?
But,
yes.
But like his career did not pan out as well.
So yeah, I was right. It's No Retreat, No Surrender. Van Damme was the villain in '86. He was brought on, and his first role was in another Canon film. Do you know what that film was?
No.
Breakin'.
Bro, I forgot the man can move. The man can move.
Yeah, I kind of misheard his history. I'd always learned he was more of a dancer than a martial artist, but then I was kind of researching him. He has like an amateur fighting background, like and a pretty good record.
JGP Sterling says, "I've never seen this. Everything I know came from Dave's article ranking the fighters."
Oh, there you go.
It's a really fun watch. I feel like I remember being quite bromantic It's not as toxically masculine as I remember.
Yeah, well, it has the guy who was in the Alpha Beta in Revenge of the Nerds, the big guy.
Oh, yeah.
Ogre?
Oh yeah,
there's
it has
more
Ogre.
of a friend romance in this movie than a romance. Even though
but this movie has everything a good canon film has. There is a romance loop in the movie with the reporter who's investigating him. Right? By the way, we should say this movie is based on complete bullshit. Like Frank Dukes was a guy who claimed to know ninjutsu.
Yeah, and that's what Last Stand is making, inspired by a real story joke. Is that what they allege?
Well, so he came out, and Frank Dukes is a real guy, but he said he was kind of trained in the secret art of ninjutsu, and that he actually did compete in this fighting tournament. I don't know if it was actually called the Kumite, and that he allegedly won it. But then the guy who used to back him up,
based on cocaine, says John Rodriguez.
Shit. The guy who used to back him up, apparently a few years later, kind of reversed that position and said no, it was all made up and all bullshit. So
Kayla gets to see JCVD without a shirt, so she's happy. Well, why don't we get it started? We are 8 seconds into our file. We are right when the Canon logo, boom, closes it on itself. Canon appears underneath. At a countdown to 1, unpause your things. 3, 2, 1, unpause.
I forgot. We're going to do one thing first before we go in.
Okay.
It's somebody's birthday.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Before we get that.
See, he's running away.
Before we stream the whole movie to YouTube.
Oops. That would have been a bad birthday present.
The loss of the YouTube channel.
Pretty
expectant, given the year I've had.
Hold on, folks.
Still hear nothing.
Technical difficulties.
You don't hear anything yet? This is no good.
I know this movie from.
Let me get my chaser. Yeah, Dave and I can just reenact everything if you want.
Wow.
I'll be Ogre. You be the guy. Yeah. Which fighting guy do you want to be? I'll be what's his name? The real buff guy.
Chung Lee. Or no.
The guy at the end, who is like the arch nemesis guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Chong
This
Li,
all worked a second ago.
Chong Li, yeah. Where's the opener?
Wait. No, that's why. Michael. Michael. Booyah. Thank you, Dave. Now we're cooking with gas.
Okay, so we have not missed a single line of dialogue. This is literally...
It says men speaking in foreign language in our subtitle.
Movie starts with a montage.
Yeah,
it starts with a Mortal Kombat test your might level.
Like, I would have loved that there was like a comic book about all these characters, because it's like they obviously have like decent backstories. That guy is there's a guy in the tournament who is rich and like super rich and has a manservant.
Ooh.
Yes, and there's the guy who does all the different animal styles of fighting.
And half of these dudes are guys that just job out in the first
like fighting with the grilled onions in Thousand Island?
yeah, animal style, totally. He just smothered it.
It's a California joke.
He does get smothered. He does get smothered.
Oh, there's Paco.
Paco?
Yeah,
no, wait, that's not Paco. Is it? I can't remember.
Man shouting.
This is straight out of Street Fighter 2. Like the way that guy's cheering.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that article in Kotaku about Street Fighter 2?
I saw the guy's tweet from Capcom guys and like, this blows our fucking mind.
It's a 1975 Charles Bronson movie with basically the Guile stage and the Zangief stage are straight up from scenes in that movie.
Gotta admit, watching UFC has ruined so many 80s movie fights for me, says Mark Helzer. Now that I know what a fight can actually look like, people actually defend themselves in real life.
Yeah.
They just take shots in the face.
This guy never seemed big enough to be a sumo wrestler to me.
He looks just like when I was a kid, our family was like best friends with another family, and they were Greek, but their Greek dad looked like that big giant sumo guy. And I said it once to them, and they got really offended. But I'm like, he's a badass.
You look just like that awful evil person from Bloodsport. Thanks. Man shouting.
Right, we forgot to do one thing. So before we officially start, it's someone's birthday today.
Only today, if you're here
live.
Happy
birthday, Chrissy.
Patrons, it could be any day. Thank you, guys.
So I think the version that I had recorded, it started after Ray Jackson's first line there, so that is still somewhat new to me. He's Ogre.
Oh. Remember, our friend Scott Butterworth said he grew up being friends with Ogre's son and hung out in Ogre's house in L.A. Nice guy.
No, I've heard he's a really nice guy. Everyone I know in the industry who's worked with him, they're like, no, he's one of the best. And we should probably...
He's probably like an injured football player. Happy to have the work. Appreciate it.
I saw something where...
I actually love nerds.
Maybe he did some work with WWE back in the day or was considering it.
It seems like a missed opportunity if he didn't. Well, he's a Safeway right next to San Francisco.
He's a legit big guy too. He's like Donald Gibb is his name. I wanted to give him his due.
Johnny Gibb.
Yeah, he's a big guy, and he's born in 1954. Yeah, so he's only 64.
If I made a sitcom, I'd make him the dad on it.
I love the IMDb description: massive 6'4", muscular behemoth, Donald Richard Gibb.
And who is this guy? Why are we looking at Pablo Escobar from fucking Narcos? He is so dubbed.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to see your face until it's kissing Dukes right in the face.
I want this movie to end with a big explosion because I'm the producer, see?
I got no fucking Dukes, old man. What do you want from me?
Okay, so we're about to have, like, I think, like a 20-minute flashback with some of the worst acting ever. Like,
oh, this is the young Jean Claude Van Damme, who is, if you can believe it, a worse actor in the movie than Jean Claude Van Damme is at this point.
Well, Michael did recommend Jean Claude Van Johnson. It's canceled, but there's one season of it he said he really liked.
I never saw JCVD yet. That's supposed to be amazing.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know why. I remember seeing the trailer. Like, that's awesome. I'm there day one. It came out. I never bothered.
Yeah.
Why is Stalin in the Marines? Is the
kind of, yeah. Now that you mention it, is this movie dubbed like Rumble in the Bronx? No, it's not. I think some people are. I want to believe that. Okay, USA is not dubbed. But no, it's not dubbed.
Such bad.
Boy one.
This is all terrible.
Yeah, who's he signaling? Let's get it. Yeah,
the Great American Sword Heist.
Someone.
By the way, he has two different kinds of Giants uniforms on. Yeah,
wow.
The San Francisco Giants hat and the New York Giants.
That's all the foreign producer said. Get me Giants thing. American love Giants.
From the American football
This guy is like Screech, but with like no personality at all.
I was going to say me, but I think Dave just described it more accurately.
Like, he's got the look of Screech, but like isn't quirky. He's just boring.
Fair enough. I love this Ernie Reyes Jr. wannabe. Just rolls up, just kicks him first thing.
I was about to get excited. Telling me there's a surf ninja in this movie? Oh,
how's he doing, by the way? He was looking for a new kidney or something.
What?
Yeah, he had like a GoFundMe for a little bit.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. You almost did it.
I mean, look at Bruce Willis's character in Pulp Fiction. That's the way you earn a samurai sword.
Whoa!
Well, he knew he was wearing the wrong hat.
Where is this filmed?
I am part of the resistance.
Did they dub his voice because they're like it has to be Austrian or something?
Because the guy he's playing is an American, I'm guessing.
I think the real Frank Dukes is American. That's, man, I don't know. Help us out in the chat,
Dukes?
folks. What's the deal with Frank Dukes?
How is your accent more fucked up from yours?
How is there so much room tone in your speech? See, an audio joke. You're going to understand that now.
Wait, what's his dad, a Vine star?
Yes.
I always liked how he called it martial science.
Remember to revine.
You invented what are those?
By the way, typical conservative. He's pushing martial science over martial arts. Not yet.
No. This is the worst skate ramp I've ever seen.
You're not gonna call the cops? Yes, McKay Ash. Ah, yes. I wouldn't call that 80s sepia tone, Kayla, as much as I would call that Vaseline on the lens.
Where am I?
That the 80s, I would call that the mall glamour shot look.
Whoa! Whoa!
So, backhand.
These kids are dressed like they're in the 80s, but this is obviously like 15 years ago.
They're rugby shirts. Maybe they're actually playing. We don't know. We still don't know what country this is.
One day I'll be at the best at karate.
We made love for hours. How is that kid the best actor in this entire sequence?
By the way, the name of Frank Dukes' ninjutsu school, guess what it is?
What?
As further evidence of the Street Fighter connection, Dukes Ryu Ninjutsu.
Wow. Bimmy Johnson says we trained him wrong as a joke.
You can tell this is just a year ago.
It's a different era. He's got bangs.
That perm is on point.
That's how I look every time I wake up. Why am I so upset with my hair? JCVD makes it look so good.
So I will say, this guy, he is doing the acting job of everybody in this movie.
Absolutely. His mustache alone is carrying this scene.
Father to son. Father to son.
I starred in First Family with Sinbad. That kid was rocking a Bartles and James shirt. Says Raymond Bramble. He was. Kayla's screaming at JCVD to take off his shirt. I'm starting to slur. Stupid retainer and shot.
By the way, that's a good shot. 15-year-old shot. That's not,
thank you, buddy.
Bad.
It's too bad
I only waste the good stuff.
Yeah, it's too bad you wasted on someone who could never appreciate it. My favorite kind of liquor, Trader Joe's. Wait,
So, I mean, he realizes he's like a guy, right? Like, he could have another kid. He just has to, like, break up with his wife.
Women are not in the way of the warrior.
What?
I did not hit her. Open your mind.
Why is he so red? Is that makeup?
He can knock you down with just a look.
Where can you find these? Where can you find those burlap fight pads?
I believe those are called tatami mats, if my Animal Crossing knowledge doesn't fail me right now.
No Garbage Time. They don't explain how Shingo died.
In a bullying accident.
Yeah.
I thought they said he was military. I think he was, yeah. But again, what war would we have been fighting in the late 70s, early 80s?
Both grunting. Sorry, I shouldn't shout out the subtitles. When are we going to get to the Kumite factory, says Bimmy Johnson.
Yeah, this was like, it was on the same tape as Running Man, as I mentioned before, and both movies were like, oh yeah, there's a good 45 minutes of Running Man that's before they go to the Running Man.
Yeah, that's
where it's
true.
like, I don't care for this part as much. Same here, where it's like...
Does that start with Arnold with the jackhammer, or is that Total Recall?
Huh?
Which one starts with Arnold using a jackhammer terribly?
I think
it might be Total Recall.
Yeah.
So, I think it was John H. asked, is there a more Jack Chinese guy than Chong Li? Yes, actually. Chong Li, played by Bolo Young. The more Jack guy is his son. His son is now famous for being as jacked as his dad was, because Bolo, he lost a lot of weight, and he's just like skinny jacked, but his son is like super ripped. I'm sure it's all natural.
Are they doing Cat's Cradle right there?
Yeah, way to go. Dodge the blind guy's kicks.
This is foreshadowing, by the way.
There it is!
First split, everyone drink.
Oh, there's going to be a worse one in about a minute and a half.
Up on the ropes?
Yeah. Uh-oh, she likes what she sees.
You like the sauce? Oh, you like the sauce.
You can still make me a son.
When he can make a decent cup of tea, he can have his eyes back.
Look at Kayla is thirsty right now. Yeah, the splits.
There she goes. Yeah, I love it when a guy's feet are the furthest possible length apart.
I remember this scene from Karate Kid 2. The storm comes in. Daniel has to find shelter. Yeah.
He could hear the chop. How many takes did the scene takes as a ascending ghost?
Yeah.
Oh! Didn't see that one coming.
This is a little sexual.
Yeah.
Oh, God!
50 Shades of Blood Red Sport right here.
Ow! I don't want to be a karate anymore. At this point, the sensei is just making up his
yeah.
At some point, you're going to need to meditate in the middle of your fight.
Again, foreshadowing, because he actually does do that later. There it is. There's the scene Dave was talking about. Any excuse to have JCVD.
What have you learned?
Which one was it? Was it Time Cop where he does the splits at a kitchen counter?
Yes, that's
he jumps up.
Time Cop. It's every movie.
I mean, he definitely has his things that are like signature Jean Claude Van Damme things. The splits is one, and then he does that spin splits kick.
It was like 5 years ago when they had that. Was it a Volvo commercial? He does a split between two semi-trucks.
Yeah, that was amazing. See, I always thought it was lame that Rob Van Dam didn't use that as his finisher. He did the kick thing, but it never looked as good.
Was his finisher weed?
I met Rob Van Dam. He was super cool. He was about as high as you'd expect.
Mark Hessler thinks the time codes are different for his version.
This movie, our version goes 1 hour, 32 minutes.
And we started 8 seconds in. Ow, my groin!
Dukes has, like, butthead hair right now. You can see my wiener.
Hey, Beavis, check it out.
Oh, look, it took him all night.
Except it's nighttime on his side, and it's not on the other
Takes
guy's.
a long time to frame that shot.
Oh!
Ow!
No, it's okay. I'm all right.
Yeah,
that is something you should have done to a student.
Yeah.
Am I paying you?
I'm going to call OSHA after this, by the way. This is bullshit.
I like that it's like that, and that's the end of the training. Like, you're still not fucked when you're, like, stuck.
Wait, is he going to hit him in the back with that sword?
All right, you mastered splits. Let's cut each other. Morpheus Van Damme.
And there it is.
Booster Doug. No, he's beginning to learn.
The challenge from Survivor. I was not shutting up. It's true.
Wow, Van Damme is knighting him.
What did he learn? What didn't he learn, John Rodriguez? Doom, 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 doom.
Give me more Phil Collins drum.
Ding, ding.
Ooh.
Man, the organist in this song really is just being lazy. And that sword never comes into use in this movie.
And America's first drone. What's on your mind, Cortana? I say Cortana.
So, yeah, that was 15 minutes of him just staring at that sword. I'm so high.
Some research for my role as the Michelin Man.
Yeah, I always forget. There's so much bullshit in the beginning of this movie before you actually get to the tournament.
They never leave the tournament once they get there.
Yeah, but the tournament's only like the last half hour.
It is?
It's not.
Like that's all I don't remember any of this.
That's what I'm saying. Is all I remember is the tournament. It's not most of the movie. That's what's so weird. We have the weird scene with the cops chasing him on the docks.
No, Tackett says, "Is this the opposite of a montage?"
Yes.
That's where you show a lot of things happening at once. Show us the passage of time.
He doesn't look that old to be bedridden. What the hell?
We haven't even met Forrest Whitaker yet, says John.
Oh, that's
Hey,
right.
Citibank.
New York. He cannot go anywhere without that Deep U T-shirt.
To be fair.
Konnichiwa.
Hey, anyone seen Ted McGinley?
Watch me blend in. Oh my God! See, this is what every Asian culture thinks Americans are.
Just walk around with an open beer.
And I guess looking at me right now, they're not that wrong.
Turn your hat backwards. Turn your
all
hat
I have
backwards.
are the sleeves. Everything else is there.
I always liked his quasi-lazy eye. Like, that was his part of his look.
Are you born with that Ronnie Dobbs wig? Hey, guys, it's the mascot for America. It's a shit, man.
Yeah, you look like Karate Guys.
But I mention it to every stranger I see. Why does he look super familiar?
The full Amish. How do you do, fellow Chinese citizen?
Ahoy, hoy.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Oh, what game's he playing?
Yeah.
What do you think it's going to be?
Oh, I mean,
Space
I know what it
Invaders.
is.
All right, you get the rest, buddy.
Dig Dug. For what? Oh, you sure?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Which game event did you get this flask from?
No. This is just straight up flask. I wouldn't give him the honor, Chris.
So we haven't... Wait, what? Karate Champ?
Yeah, it is.
Oh. And everyone's playing it correctly?
That game controlled really weird with the two sticks.
Yeah. It's like that fucking Fight Night Round 3 that I could never wrap my head around.
That was an amazing game.
It was fucking crazy. Did anybody mention that this is our president's favorite film,
really?
allegedly?
Oh.
I have never heard that. Now, it's the only thing I'm going to Google here. Bloodsport, Donald Trump.
I think I remember hearing something about that.
I was also in the Kumite.
Yeah.
I won every round.
I used to be a pretty good Kumite myself.
It's where I got the bone spurs in my feet. I did so good.
It fucking autofills.
Oh, no. Don't ruin this movie for me, please.
Come on.
He likes Big Macs, too. He's not ruining that for me.
When was the last time you had a Big Mac?
Like a week ago.
Oh,
like
really?
I sneak them shits all the time.
Oh, sorry.
I'm ashamed here.
Hey, look at that. We got an early Forrest Whitaker.
Tui.
Awkward Loser says, without this movie, there's no Johnny Cage, which means there's no Cassie Cage. True. That's right. He does the split ball hit, doesn't he? Damn, dude. Good pull, Awkward Loser.
He's so good at Army that we need him.
Oh, it did happen, Dave. I'm sorry.
An
incredible, fantastic movie. But he also said, Goodfellas, stellar cast, one of my favorites. I'm not going to stop watching Goodfellas. Next time you're asking Trump about his favorite movie, ask him what it's rated and see how he reacts. Are we watching a movie or what? I don't get it, says Mark Wynn. You've been prompted too many times. You did not, Caleb.
So
this fucking Asian Jimmy Mouth of the South Heart
Charlie
over here.
ladies and gentlemen.
He's this guy's so I forgot about him. He's so good. And he's got the Mouth of the South hair.
What? Forrest Whitaker before he had the eye? Did he earn the eye? Kayla says this movie is boring. No, don't leave our only woman. See? Hello, Asian mullet. Brought you right back. New England. Can someone hand me a beer? Ooh. I got it.
Oh, they come right off?
No. I feel like this background could easily be a Street Fighter level as well.
No, totally. That's why that thing wasn't, it wasn't a shock. It wasn't like they ripped it off. I'm like, we do that when we talk about Talking Simpsons, the idea that like animators and designers didn't have YouTube and couldn't just watch any movie they wanted. They had to draw from a memory. Like, how do I draw this scene from something I remember? And that's probably how the Capcom designer came up with a boat.
Yeah. And
that boat in the Bronson movie. Whoa.
This guy.
Yes! Yes! Stop making fun of
Is that joke problematic now? Because it's still the best line in the movie.
Okay, I mean, USA. It's how I feel. I really hate foreign establishment owners here. Whatever you say, boss. I'm like, whoever told you to do that to me, stop doing that. Like, dude, I hate it.
I used to work at a gym.
I hate it.
And my boss at the gym would call everyone boss. Yeah. Like, hey, boss, how you doing, boss? And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like,
yeah, no one with an American accent ever says boss to me. Like, whatever you want, boss.
It's like up there with chief.
Chief, yeah, like.
Hey, chief.
I hate it. I've never been able to tell Kickboxer from Bloodsport. This is the stream for you, Awkward Loser.
Yeah.
Rogue One's Forrest Whitaker, the very same Donnie Edwards.
It is astonishing that in the last 2 years he's been in a Star Wars movie and a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Are you guys talking about director of First Daughter, Forrest Whitaker? I was an extra in First Daughter.
Oh, wow.
Were you really?
Yeah, I played a journalist chasing Katie Holmes around a city.
Did you have a notepad and a cool
I
fedora?
had a camera. I had a cool camera.
Behind the scenes and Laser Time streaming rig.
I like that it took one video game for them to become instant best buddies. He's got the hand on the shoulder, like, I'll protect you, little buddy.
Well, if you ever done that like thing where you travel abroad alone, you tend to immediately make best of friends with the first American you can see, so you can talk.
Yeah. No, what I do is I make best of friends with the first Canadian I see and say, tell them I'm Canadian.
You mean Ghost Dog's Forrest Whitaker?
Yeah. That's still my favorite Homestar costume, is when they Homsar dressed as Ghost Dog.
Wow. Hey, there's the old T-Dart gong sound effect. There's again.
This reminds me of Balls of Fury.
There's Kumite Al Borland.
I don't think so, Tim.
Good pull, Dave. Good one.
And here we have some of the most 80s shorts in the universe. I am not doing a Brack Dragon imitation. That'd be offensive.
By the way, Van Damme's totally on a box or stilts because he is not 6'4". He's 5'10". And the guy next to him is 6'4".
Looks legit. Everything checks out. Shidoshi, I should have stayed in bed.
Come on, Karate Kid, waste me.
B3. Elegant, soft. The bottom ones are the hottest. The ones at the bottom. This is a good movie because Van Damme has big titties, says McKay Ash.
There he is. There he is, Bolo.
The guy got his hair cut in between scenes.
Look at his eyes. His face gets so good.
Yeah! Man, there's no high score for that in Mortal Kombat. You broke one brick.
That's not how you say a question.
Yeah. Motherfucker!
I think he might have also said son of the bitch. Just saying.
Let me touch your tit again. Very well.
Should have just thrown a brick at his face. There you go.
Also bric-a-brac. The Presidio. Where? I actually don't know where this is taking place. Is it Hang Kang?
Well, I think it does start in San Francisco, and then they... Yeah, so I think that is supposed to be actually the Presidio, and then they go across.
Holy shit.
Look at this fucking poor man's Columbo.
This
fucking poor man's Peter Falk over here.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder... They probably had to spend so much time on set together with nothing in common.
Oh, it's in Asia. Thanks for confirming that. Wasn't life great before the internet? We flew all the way out here to get into this picture. Go look for it.
Oh, that's right. They are already overseas in this scene.
Thank you, Mark.
That's the local. That's the local chief. Yeah.
Nice and slow, guys.
Like I said, poor man's Columbo. Just one more thing, Inspector.
Maybe. Why is Chris wearing his Trump supporter outfit? This is the outfit I was talking about.
I thought your Trump supporter outfit was the one from Planet of the Apes.
No, this is the one I wore to last Women's March. Realized I very quickly look like the enemy.
I just like thinking that you have outfits versus just shirts and pants that you do occasionally
pants
match.
That stick around for 2 weeks, and then I match them up with free T-shirts.
Yeah, those aren't outfits. It's just matching. How long has she been in that bar?
Hey, it's the Pizza Hut gang. We're here to take your money. Whoa! How did you do that just in time? When was the first time you guys seen this movie? Mine was at my local barber shop when I was 11.
What?
Listen, he goes.
Why, is that dude in the sweater in the Kumite too? Because he looks pretty out of shape.
She's got to meet my boss, Harvey Weinstein, upstairs. Too soon. How about I go upstairs with you?
A bet is. No.
Wait, wasn't this in a Tarantino flick?
You can light the lighter.
She's right there.
Sorry, it's Hong Kong, ma'am. As long as he's wearing his MC Hammer shirt, it's all okay.
Shirt and pants. He's got some awesome parachute pants. Mm. Yeah, this scene probably couldn't happen anymore.
That is not the guy! That is not the guy talking. Keep the change.
Caleb, I wouldn't just don't spoil Raw, just in case.
Now you come up to my hotel room.
I have seen the He-Man movie. It is... Oh, man, I wish we had another day to watch that movie. That movie's so fucking terrible.
Ascending Ghost, he doesn't pick the gold tooth out of his mouth so that they can pick it up off the mat later on when the janitor guy gets it. Again, foreshadowing, man. Canon Films. Mwah.
Yeah, it's like they thought about it for like an hour. Just made it. I want to take down the Kumite.
They read the fake
the
news.
Elites. He has Ken hair in this scene.
My presidency is for the Kumite, not the people who read the newspapers.
It's for the people who feel informed. Tomorrow, huh? There you go, Kaylee. Happy?
Uh-huh.
Drink it in.
I know I am.
Just imagine what you do with those man titties. I don't know. What do they do? What do ladies do with the man titties?
Speaking from experience, nothing.
Motorboat?
when I was in really good shape, nothing.
It's going. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
That's the third split. Everybody drink. Did you hear me, Major Tom?
Oh yeah, because clearly we're ready. You clearly took a shower.
Hey, gotta
put on my best sleeveless shirt.
You always tie one off before Kumite. It's like he's having a beer before Kumite, which is pretty bad.
Awkward loser. I've never seen Under Siege, so I would love to do it next.
Oh, you've never seen that?
Never. I've seen Under Siege 2 in the theater for some reason.
Wait, but aren't you have a project? You're going to do Steven Seagal
so.
flicks, right? Yeah. I can't wait for that. Little tease there, folks. Little tease for you. I am ready.
I'm like training for a fight with beer at 5 a.m. Says Bimmy J.
straight.
Johnson.
The Kumite dancers.
The Flyboys. So weird. My hair was fucking born for the 80s. Like, I can only wear it like JCVD and Ogre.
Yeah.
I grow my hair out. Looks just like that without any lemon juice. Oh, look, high school color guard.
Bonesaw is ready.
The daddy-daughter dance.
Oh, look, high school color guard. Thanks. Good one.
Wow.
Kevin. That was nice.
Please use the hashtag Kumite. There is a Snapchat filter for this event.
You can't be. Don't call yourself Kumite fans. You're the Kumite universe.
Yeah, fighting's an art.
Yeah, Dave, I really needed you here yesterday when I was explaining to the folks the intricacies of Razor Ramon's chest hair.
I was there. He's still the only guy with chest hair.
I mean, wasn't he just supposed to
AJ
be like...
Styles has fucking sweet chest hair.
Oh, he does.
And a mom haircut. He has a mom do and chest hair.
Bravo. Well said. Everyone kill each other. So it's not like Street Fighter per se, but like I could probably find 10 fighting games that are just this.
It's definitely King of Fighters, a little bit of everything. Did you guys see the Witcher footage from Soul Calibur? They showed video of it. It looks pretty good. He's gonna use the Witcher like the potions and stuff, and the Witcher powers.
This is the guy that came to America with Jean Claude Van Damme and got. I think he's the villain in Kickboxer.
Ah, so would you say he's the Brutus the Barber Beefcake
Probably,
to his Hulk Hogan? Yeah.
Uncle for people who are not 40 years old. Is how you tapped out of a fight. I've never had to use it in real life.
It wasn't a fight. I mean, it was when your big brother would give you noogies and shit. Yeah, yeah. This is the best when you see all the jobbers.
That guy has Sagat's outfit on.
Yeah.
And each jobber has a thing that they do, but this guy kind of doesn't. He's just like generic, like if you went to your local martial arts studio, this is how you'd be.
Oh!
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for explaining that, Ogre.
Oh!
Because they bleed and it's a sport.
He's never not going to be over. Keith David? Oh, no, he's in the other movie.
No, this entire soundtrack is Boss Juan B. That's so Sagat. Thank you. You nailed it. Yeah. Everything he's doing is Street Fighter related.
Boom. That's that money.
Yeah.
Those tickets, vouchers.
I think they're betting slips. Yeah.
Fucking Starbucks gift cards. Saying Uncle is a Christmas Story thing. It's so eternal. Says McGay Ash.
I wanted to see the casting call lineup for just the extras in the crowd for this, right? Just like every oiled up bodybuilding 80s guy.
That's a pretty nice mullet.
Yeah.
We're going to have to let you go.
Right there it is.
That's the prettiest man I've ever seen. Holy shit, I'm gay.
If I recall, his pants are a bit too tight, too.
Don't worry. He's about to get Fight Clubbed out. He's about to get Jared Leto Fight Clubbed out.
Yeah, look at that. It's a bit too...
Ring out.
Also, Ray Jackson kind of sucks. Like, he's getting beat up by this guy.
Oh, you mean Ogre?
Yeah.
He's Ogre. Ray Jackson.
You made me bleed my own blood.
On my way to that Simpsons reference.
That's not just a Simpsons reference, though.
Come on, Dancing Homer. Get up, man. Get up.
Yeah, you, man. You got it.
The juice? Thanks.
That's right, Chris Cummins. No one makes me bleed my own blood. Where's that from, chat? Where is that originally from? Not Simpsons.
You made me bleed my own blood?
Yeah.
That's Nelson.
No, there's a movie that's also from my.
I mean, there's always a line like that.
Yeah.
Never tasted my own blood before.
Good stuff, Jackson. I might even call you Action Jackson.
Let's go scissor in the bathrooms. Kayla.
Come on.
Would hurt to scissor as a man.
There it is. Simpsons first, then Dodgeball. Thank you, John H. That's right. It was WHIT. E. White Goodman. I worked on that movie.
Which one?
Dodgeball. It was one of my first movies I did marketing on. Yeah, when I first started at Fox, I worked a lot of premieres and stuff for that.
It's one of those movies I liked and have never watched again.
So I worked as a dodgeball referee at a K-Rock weenie roast down in L.A. Promoting that movie.
Look how jacked this guy is. He should not be the first guy to lose at Chong Li.
Yeah, but he's even got like the Bruce Lee colors. Yeah.
Oh, snot rockets all over the fucking map.
Yes.
Oh, let him down.
Yeah.
Wow, I thought the guy had fire in his hand.
My favorite part of Chong Li is the. I can see if I can do it still. You see my pecs, bros?
Oh no,
bros.
They just fed this dude to him.
You guys in the chat see these pecs? Come on, bros.
Bones crack.
When do we see Mr. Satan? Says JJB Sterling. Dim titties.
So I didn't know. Like I don't know if is that guy dead? Because you hear bones crack.
He only touched his
neck.
He
kills. He doesn't. He kills the one dude later.
Yeah, but it's like, well, what? If bones cracked in your neck.
Just remember when they turn around, they turn their back to him is when he killed the guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
the new record.
Flawless victory.
Blood on the dance floor.
The full Amish says, damn, Matt actually did it. No, I can actually do that with my chest, and my wife gets all pissed off when I just start doing that shit.
Yeah, so I'll bow to the sexual harasser. Now I show you some trick or two.
Now I recognize the guy.
Why isn't he not wearing any of his like cool shit from before?
Yeah, he needs the thing so we know that's Hussein.
The Italian tablecloth hat.
John H says, new record even when spamming his taunt.
Actually shocked by that.
He fucking... He did the Crocodile Dundee. Just knocked the guy out.
By the way, that's what Steven Seagal fighting in Russia footage looks like from about a week ago.
Yeah.
One touchdown.
Except not enough hair dye. There'd be a lot more hair dye.
Oh! That was the ref. How does he know?
It's like the cut man. Hey, can I help? Gold tooth versus Mormon haircut.
I'm shouting exposition right now.
I'm in a fighting tournament, but I know the world record off the top of my head.
The gold tooth fell out of his mouth.
There it is. There's the gold tooth scene. This guy's sideburns.
Yoink.
This is so anime, by the way.
All right.
Like the looks he gives, like his look with the sideburns. Fucking way he bites the gold to make sure. Look at this. Oh. He bites a tooth.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. The referee blessed him.
Yeah, here we have another montage with a great song.
Ooh, and Ted McGinley getting his ass kicked.
This made the rankings really difficult, by the way. It's like because someone's in this movie for literally like 4 seconds, and I've got to consider him for the list.
So I have a friend.
There's the best guy
whose uncle-in-law is Ted McGinley, and I always thought it was hilarious. Yeah.
Even he is a late addition to whatever your television show.
When I was a kid, I thought that this was Lamar Latrell from Rent a Nerds.
Yes.
I think that I also had that on tape. And this guy is so fast that you never get a good look at him. That guy's an idiot.
Yeah, he's like the Dr. Bosconovich of the Bloodsport.
Yeah.
Here comes the song, by the way. The chorus. Oh, it's so good.
Stan Bush.
Kumite, kumite, kumite.
What up, Brother Pandem? Thanks, buddy.
The crowd just happens to be cheering to the beat.
Whoa.
Here's the best guy in the tournament.
Yeah, this guy is dangerous.
Fucking Horseshack. Get him, buddy. Ow!
So I did kung fu for a while, and one of the guys in my class did that. He had that stance because I guess on the side he did that fighting style. I did not fuck with that guy ever.
Like if you go to a bar and some guy starts a fight with you and he starts doing
hands like this, overhand.
There's DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Dan Hibiki.
Go,
nice.
Pink Diaper, go. Wow, knocked his Invisalign right out. Oh, newborn baby on the
Silk
floor.
Road guy.
I still think I might be fatter than that sumo guy. I might be bigger than him.
I bought a scale. We can try.
I know how much I weigh.
I never did.
240.
I lost 7 pounds in like 2 days.
Attaboy. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Cocaine. You're finding eating.
Aw, look at this date. This is so cute.
That is a pretty good impression of me using chopsticks. It's a spear. I'm not. Who would give me a fork, or I'm just going to spear things.
This is a trope that's probably dead by now, but back in the 80s, it was like Americans can't use chopsticks, and that was a thing.
Yeah.
I still kind of can. I use them
Really?
like once every 2 weeks.
I never understand like having to use chopsticks on rice. It's like
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
This is the worst contraption to. Aw, that dog's dead.
God damn it, Dave. I saw a preview for the new Benji on Netflix.
Ah.
I almost subtweeted you. I almost put all I can think of is how many Benjis have died since the fucking original.
Damn it. Like at that Midnights for Maniacs guy showed us the trailer, the original 6-minute trailer for Benji. Wow. That ran in theaters, and I can't find it online. But if you watch that, you'll be like, I need to see this movie. This dog does the most amazing things I've ever seen.
Great. Benji was always just fine.
You're so good at Army.
They're like his evil ring guys.
Can I just point out, he's been in the U.S. for at least, 15 years since that childhood montage? Still has as thick an accent, maybe thicker than that kid. Just saying.
Duties. No new taxes. Is that a teaser?
Read my eyes.
No, this one.
Oh, here's another great montage song. Or not montage.
Yeah, there it is.
Nerds! Okay, I won't. Jesus, why would you tell me that?
Yes, Ogre and Forrest Whitaker have interacted.
Those are the 80s cell phone equivalent of tasers.
John H.S. Duke's wearing his PGA championship jacket.
Shooter McGavin.
This is a great soundtrack song, by the way.
Speaking of Shooter McGavin, am I the only one who thinks that the guy that's Paul Manafort looks just like Shooter McGavin?
I mean, that's what they look like. My haircut.
They.
With more money.
That's what they.
All villains. All villains. They look like Christopher McDonald.
See, I feel bad for Christopher
I
McDonald
think
because
this
he
is a
might be like a
misplaced
nice guy.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's like the William Atherton of actors.
Yeah, this might be peak 80s soundtrack. Although I own one that might be better. I own the Lost Boys soundtrack. So 80s, so good
saxophone,
though.
baby.
Cry, little sister. That taser looked like it took 8 D batteries. Yes. John H says, "Look up the Mentos edit of this chase. It's great." I bet it is.
The Frischmacker.
God, I'm shocked that JCVD wasn't in a Mentos commercial.
Oh!
Whoa!
They are on a collision course with wackiness.
Those two, am I right?
Taxi.
There's the Mentos right there at the end. Just hold up the Mentos. Uh-oh, JJB Sterling says, I think I just saw the scene in the new Tomb Raider. Okay, I want to know what that's about.
What, no Wilhelm scream says down
Yahoo! See, I always knew that as like the Goofy scream, because he did that all the time, too. Yahoo!
I thought this movie was Scooby-Doo. I thought this movie was fighting. Why is all this Scooby-Doo shit happening around Hong Kong? This is a full-on.
That's what I'm saying. This movie is mostly like bad romance scenes. Yeah.
Break them like
This
Knicks.
is like a bad porno movie. Like, you tell me never break rules? I'm just a pizza delivery guy.
How about sex on first date?
I know what you want from him. Oh,
I'm really good at fighting.
That's some bullshit. No, you wouldn't.
She already said what she wanted first. Next Monday Night Movie will be Terminator Genesis, right? Why the next one?
We have the obligatory Van Damme butt shot.
Oh, everybody jerk.
So I know it's not the same woman, but she looks like the wife in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Cheryl Hines.
Yeah.
Whoa! 1 second beforehand.
How long does it take to put on underwear?
No,
He's like, he pulled it down.
I have none of that.
Kayla says, hate this. Hate it. You gotta be careful, Kayla. You might be a meme on the Facebook community.
Now look at her. Yeah. Yes!
Woo! Says Kayla.
He fucked her so good. He fucked her so good that she stopped caring about Kumite.
He fucked her into Meg Ryan. How did he do that? She's a different person.
Sorry.
Eggplant emojis. Never trust anyone that's smooth. This is Noah. Oh, this is the best part. This is my favorite part of the movie.
God, love that synthesizer in the background.
Go out there and Bloodsport.
See you.
So they literally had, they had one date, and now they're like super in love.
That's what I'm saying. This is so Canon Films. It's great.
Don't look at the camera.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
What is that? It's one of those things where it's like, man, that first date was really good, except for that one part where I kissed my fist.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That one part where he told me to fuck off in Italian.
All I can think of is that thing on the internet where he got a boner grinding up against a girl dancing with her on live TV.
You can't have sex with your brothers, don't Kumite.
Alright, let me get my comedy noise ready. Oh my god, don't look at Ogre's package. That's disgusting. I'll get there. The fuck do you say to me?
How did you know?
I want a movie that's all his backstory, says John Rodriguez.
Oh, yeah. Jackson Ray?
Thanks. Very constructive.
How did she get there before him and with better clothes?
With a prom dress.
Wait, is she?
You're not good at being undercover if you're whispering about being undercover 2 feet away from the guy you're being undercover
I don't care. I came. Like, welcome.
Paco's back.
You said that like Tommy Lee Jones says, I don't care in The Fugitive.
Hiya.
Yeah. Chris Cummins says, my
Jenga,
60-plus-year-old uncle has that Harley shirt. Yeah, that is definitely a T-shit, Chris.
I like these guys have both great stances. Like,
this guy looks
I'm letting the idle animation run for a minute when these two are fighting.
Yep, absolutely.
Ooh.
So are we sure that's not the guy that came with JCVD?
No.
Okay.
It's the guy who gets his knee kicked in a couple minutes.
How did you get a cut like that from just a punch?
It's got to be the Bloodsport. Go! Fuck! I think this crowd doesn't like white people. It was pretty gross.
Beating up Chinese Wayne Campbell.
No, god damn it.
Oh, how'd you know I was going to do that?
Oh, right in the dick.
Okay, so I wasn't misremembering. JCVD did take ballet.
That's the guy.
He also studied in ballet for 5 years.
So this is the guy who came to America with Jean Claude Van Damme, and this is my favorite Kumite fight ending.
Oh, is he the guy that gets killed? Right?
No.
Okay.
This is worse than getting killed. IMO.
I'm just remembering the name of that fighting style with the hands. It's Muay Thai, which is Sagat. God, their manager's really into this.
Hi, Joe.
Look at this. Yeah.
Watch your mother's death on the big screen. Oh, man.
Look, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't think shins
do
work
that in a
like
modern
that.
movie.
Well, so one of the disturbing things I learned when taking Kung Fu, it only takes about 25 pounds of pressure to break a guy's knee if you hit it in the right spot.
Yeah, but his skin turned into like bacon. Like
I've seen sports injuries
it
like
crunched.
that.
I don't think skin's supposed to crunch like that. Yeah, it's Donnie Edwards. The synth score in this is phenomenal.
Caleb Heil, leg up on him, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, a lot of jokes we can make. See, I don't like JCVD when he has the full-on gi.
No,
he
especially in that outfit. It looks like she'd be throwing in his egg in a hat while working a hibachi grill.
That would be a DLC outfit in Street Fighter V.
Bacon legs is one.
Oh, yeah, you got to bow. Got to pay respects.
No, early person of color! Hannibal Buress.
Yes, kind of. Man. Why y'all booing me? I'm right. I like this tiny little guy.
I don't want to.
I'm gonna be the best at Kumite.
Martial arts movie. The person Mark was used made the UFC comment that no one protects their body from any hit ever. Just take it all.
Oh, gee.
Ah, what a day.
Yeah, I thought I remembered. So Bolo Young he's in Enter the Dragon. Guess what his character's name is?
This is the second best Kumite fight ending.
It's just his name.
Manute Bowl. I'm crushing your head.
By the way, this is so pro wrestling. This is fucking Undertaker right here.
I love you.
Rest in peace.
Suck it.
Oh no!
I worked on that for weeks. Shit. Ring out. DJ says Ace Jitnam.
Yeah. I see. I think he has more of a Grace
I
Jones
wish these
look
guys
than DJ.
didn't
That's
fight
just
so
me.
early in the movie because I remember even watching this for the first time. I'm like, I don't know who I want to win.
Yeah.
Sumo guy or monkey fighting guy?
Yeah, I mean, once you get far in the tournament, it's hard choices, Dave.
Squirrel Tactics. This is John H. Oh no! Now he found you.
Yeah, no. This is a bit like when Bruce Lee fought Chuck Norris in that movie, and Chuck Norris's special power was chest hair. Like, that's all he had on him.
That's all I had. Yes.
This is a hammer fight.
Yeah, that guy's pants are dope.
Leave Robert Duvall alone.
That's a pro wrestling move. Oh!
I do like how they do this. They're telling the story of the brackets. We haven't been introduced to any new characters.
I always felt like the bracket board though looked like
Dark
Family
Souls
Feud.
roll ain't working. Just like where I am.
Yeah, you got to go a dex build, man. You can't fucking go with the quality build when you're doing Bloodsport. See, I know Dark Souls, Black Parade.
Oh, there we go.
You didn't know I could do this, did you? Did you?
Wait, by the way, split drink.
That was my advantage.
Dave, drink.
Remember Remember when you immobilized me during a split? I had the advantage the whole time.
I can't wait to see his 5-star frog splash. That's what I'm waiting for.
Ooh, here it comes. Can you really kill a guy like this? And this strike.
That was always my favorite.
There's one more split, I think, and
yeah,
we would pause this, and we were like, the sumo guy just peed when he did this. Let's see if he actually does.
Yeah, no, this is you're talking about Johnny Cage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Suck it! Oh.
Look! Okay, so that's sweat coming from his head, but we were so convinced that he punched him.
Shot this through his loincloth.
Punched him so hard that a one drop of pee came out.
I think he wanted to win that bad.
Oh, he pie-faced him.
And they were like, oh, you can see his balls!
Nice. Nice taint shot. Wait, was Ogre eliminated? Don't they have to fight at some point?
He's about to have his fight.
Yeah.
Jews!
Damn right, Jess Martinez.
There we
it's
go.
The birthday boy.
What? Thank you, Jess.
This is like a fighting game. It's like, oh, that's his weakness. He's a boss fight.
When he opens his mouth, punch him in it and wait for his pants to fall down.
He just happens to have 2 Band-Aids right over his belly button. That's his weak spot.
When he starts teleporting, you got to punch him.
Oh, thank you.
Watch out for his bull rush.
Hadouken! Shoryuken!
Oh!
What movie was that? The fighting movie just run. Ah!
Oh! Shot to the niche. Oh, he's in the Shatner punch.
He's the biggest idiot in this movie. Like, yeah. Just assume you've won a match.
Yum. Now he knows your power.
Well, thank you, Jess Martinez. Gentleman, Mr. Allen. I like that. Would those be our wrestling manager names? The Diamond Dave Redden, Gentleman Matthew Allen. Booster Duck says nobody beats Chinese Mickey Rourke. What the hell?
Already come right, Reem. Wow.
Yeah. By the way, you don't get traps like that naturally, folks. And that is the telltale sign.
I think he's like 50 at like
when
this movie came out. Yeah.
So he's like in his, I think he might be dead now or in his late 70s. He's but again, his son.
Is that Ernie Reyes?
No.
No.
Bolo Young.
That's Bolo Young is his name, and he actually was in Enter the Dragon. Like
Enter to the Dragon.
Enter the Dragon.
Press enter for dragon.
Enter the Scotch. Sorry.
Dragon. I know. Put up Francisco Lopez. All is well.
You are next. I love that line.
I'm going to grab this really hard.
Dude, I do that with like my socks all the time.
No, I will not get them off the floor, ma'am.
I'm just laying out the scene. Dave looks to his girl in the morning like, which color sock should I go with? The gray or the black? She goes, the black. He goes,
I don't know. Is his son Bolo Younger? Younger?
Bolo Yang is this. Oh, I get it. Bolo Younger. Ah, John H.
Nerds.
Who's gonna face the bar at WrestleMania now?
He does look like Braun Strowman.
Hook me up to the pum.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, Johnny. Oh, Janice. Jesus.
So respectful.
Take this to the arguing room. God,
I like that he has a different outfit on. She still has her outfit from the tournament on.
I love that. In the No Holds Barred, somebody dies, and you can see like Hulk Hogan goes home and gets like new pastel outfit to put on before he like goes to the hospital. I regret it now, but we all make our decision.
Yeah, by the way, she's laid off by now. Journalism.
I'd like to point out to the filmmakers that we're all very invested in this relationship.
Absolutely.
It's been one night.
After all, they had one date. Yeah.
I dare say this martial arts tournament has some unforeseen consequences.
I get a commission. Like, what's his... You never find out what his...
He's like,
reasoning is.
I just know if I ever go to Hong Kong, I want a guy like that to show me around. Like, don't go down that alley.
He's battling to be the official young stunt double of Joe Latruglio.
Kayla says love finds a way.
By the way, I don't know if a reporter would like stop reporting a story, and I don't know. It's kind of iffy.
Didn't it just lead you to believe when you were a little kid that being a reporter involved a lot less writing?
Yeah.
Yes.
I do a lot of things.
Dank Frooks.
I don't know if it's
another great song.
It's Ducks, Dukes. I don't know. I don't know his last name. We went on one date. I'm going to ride the subway around the entire city.
Sometimes when you're Kumatin.
Couldn't he afford like a cab in this city? Like he's at Kumatin.
Well, I don't know why he's taking a gondola. Like it looked like he was floating through the air.
That took
butt ride montage.
They just montaged back to something that happened like 8 seconds ago. I'm on the bus too.
What? There's only one line.
This reminds me of that scene in Basketball where he's listening to the montage song and
What's in your
singing about him.
Gonna go away. There's no official version of that. It bothers me every day.
Ah, man.
I was telling Dave, I met the writer of the movie. We were vaguely related for a hot second.
Nice. I used to play a drinking game back in college. Drink every time they said dude.
Dude.
You can't make it through that movie without passing out.
Where you...
Yes. That's what caused the drinking game. But other than that, it's a lot worse.
San Diego. Oh, all right.
Kayla,
as you'll see, this hotel has a nice split terrace that you can put your junk on it in front of the whole city.
Did you say split terrorist? Like Tyler on Bonus Time. It's terrace house. Can I see your open?
Stan Bush, you need more instruments, buddy.
It's like that old cowboy YouTube video, though. Yeah!
This scene could end at any moment, and I'd be happy, and I'd laugh less. But it's going to keep going.
Gun?
My main man, God. Somewhere.
Did he just commit hair? Did he just stab himself with that movement? Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jean Claude Van Damme. I'm hosting Saturday Night Live this weekend.
It's going to be a great show.
By the way, this scene every time I walk through the streets around Chris's house, this is how it is walking down the streets.
Yeah, this neighborhood sucks.
Random dudes laughing at you.
Forrest Whitaker's all the way down the way.
Fake Columbo.
Okay. Oh. Oh, they're all dying. Get them one at a time.
And you're arrested. Like, now you're in big trouble.
My favorite Jean-Claude move is when he hits a guy but looks away because he's like too intense to look at the guy he just hit. He's like, ah!
All right, it's my snow cone machine's time.
We're going to call our boss on this 80s cell phone in a second.
I did not. Whoosh, whoosh. That's all I have to say about that. Go on your way.
We'll have lunch.
Buy me neck pillow. I forget mine.
Meet you at the airport tomorrow. You taking American? I think I'm going to take United.
Yeah.
Don't put my dog in overhead. I'm dating the scene.
Yeah, we'll just cancel the Kumite. Too late.
I'll shove a playing card in your chest.
It takes it back. That's my favorite part.
These three should have like a sitcom together. The businessman, the trainer, and the karate guy.
Yeah. Who plays Tim Allen's character?
Oh. Robble.
How did she just get? How did they all? I know that this is annoys me. Did they just get into the Kumite the next day?
No.
It feels like there's a deleted scene here.
She tells them that he's doing this thing, right?
Yeah.
And then they're in cahoots with the cop. Well, the cops, I'm assuming, are on the take. And so the cops are like, well, we can get you into the Kumite because we've been overlooking this Kumite.
My improvements is Garbage Town. Bimmy J. Johnson is saying his hotel is on the opposite side of the city from the Kumite.
Awkward loser. Tim Allen is not my dad because his real name is Tim Dick. That's a real fact. That is a real fact.
Really?
Yes. His last name is Dick.
Dick.
Oh.
Come on, put him up. Put him up.
Yeah. My dad is, in fact, Marcus Allen.
They could take Johnny.
The pro football player.
Put him up. What?
I was joking.
Oh.
Marcus Allen is African American. He's not my dad.
Anytime I meet an Antista, I have to be explained why I'm not related to him.
My dad has a sweet 80s name. It's Larry.
Larry.
Middle name Earl.
Earl, a forgotten white name.
Mm-hmm. No, there's a whole show about it. Come on.
It's true.
My name's Earl.
Oh, right in the sagats.
By the way, hi, Dad. You're not watching this, but hi, Dad. Love you.
Never again, man. He's got that American Eagle sponsorship on his shoulder. Oh, hello.
Muay Thai, more like Manos Thai. Am I right? Spanish jokes?
I don't get it.
Yeah, I know.
This is badass.
Earl and Larry are now black names, yes.
This is my favorite. This was badass, dude. I can't tell you how many times I tried this in fights in high school. It just doesn't work. Just, no! You hit me, but not really hard enough to hurt me, and I'll hit you back.
I'll
kick you in your fucking armpit.
Fuck.
By the way, he had to ADR that.
No. I still can't tell what they're cheering. Leg fighters, leg fighters. AJ Chatman. I love you.
By the way, why hasn't he cleaned off the blood that's just run down his face?
Hi, Dave. I miss you, says TF.
Yeah, man. It's so good to have Dave on this. This is our first thing together, Dave.
Yeah.
I mean,
except for Blade.
I was on a Blade.
You weren't? Who was? Yeah. Was it Henry?
No, it was me, you, and Matt.
Oh, okay. So I thought it was. I was editing a podcast first. It was me.
No.
Henry was. Watching.
Well, I mean, it wasn't me. I came in, remember, as not Blade, but Blade's had my sweet teeth on. God, this.
Ow!
Say what you will.
So this guy was just like so ordinary to make it to the end.
Look at this. Yeah!
I remember watching this in the theater, and you're gonna think I'm a racist. I'm like, a Liu Kang mirror match. Like, why am I watching this?
Other than the fact that one guy outweighs the other by 100 pounds.
Yeah, but they both look like Liu Kang.
This is the death scene, right?
Yeah.
One more.
After he'd hit him in the balls with the elbow too, like.
But it's like that's no different than any other like thing he's done to end a fight. So
right. checks the breath.
Yeah,
checks
touches
the
lips.
Pulse. Yeah, checks the pulse. Looks at him.
This man is lost.
What'd you do? Not cool.
Dude. He can't even do that on the
sing. Oh, he did.
That deserves a titty bounce. There it is, right there. Chong Li.
I really do want to give a shout out to the Black Miles Lane. You don't.
I won't allow it.
He literally just killed the guy in front of the police,
I know.
and they're like,
I know.
"Well,
like, that's
like
part of the
Frank Hangel
tournament." Bah! You guys are no fun.
What's up with that season 1 Simpsons foot foley?
You are next.
Yes, that might be the longest line.
I am next.
Don't stop chanting.
Enough
Enough
of you guys.
You guys suck.
Wouldn't that though? Like the entire crowd just like shut up and turn their back. Like if you bet on him, you'd be like, "Yeah, I just made money. I'm sad that guy died, but I just made money thanks to you, Chun Li."
Oh, the presses are in.
Here we go.
Put all the gold teeth back on the platform.
That's right. History no one can report on. That guy's Lees are shitty.
Oh, I forgot to mention earlier. So yeah, with the Frank Dukes story, the LA Times apparently uncovered that basically a lot of the address he had given for stuff ended up being like his home address. There it is. The LA Times, the organization allegedly that staged the Kumite had the same address as Dukes' house. And the trophy,
so we said this is a real story?
The trophy he claims to have won was bought by him at a local trophy store, according to the LA Times. So
he made up this whole thing to have it based on a true story.
And then Dukes pulled a Trump. He said, "Oh, it was fabricated. That was not a real receipt."
I mean, I checked, there are 5, 6 Bloodsport movies.
No, this is the real story. This needs to be like a room story, like the disaster artist level thing. So Dukes apparently has a real life rival named Stephen K. Hayes, and Dukes claims Hayes was trying to discredit him and has planted the fake news stories that everything he said was bullshit.
I need to remember to do that next time.
Rival American ninjutsu masters in an argument over their stories.
Are there any actual karate fights that take place on like this posturepedic bed that it rises on the sides?
Yeah, again.
How come no one did any jumping moves off of the
Tony Hawk's gonna do a 900 off of it. Get it on.
Kumite.
Kumade. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Nanu.
Oh, how dare you, sir?
I don't understand the psychology of fighting, but like if you're wearing a totem of my friend on your body, I'll kill you. Why did he intercept the fight? Why did he do that for?
Disqualification.
He's working for him. All right, it's WWE time.
I can't believe they had a ref bump in this fight.
Paul Amish says, "Remember to use Casper fight mats for your next Kumite." I've been fighting on Casper.
They have a 100-fight risk-free guarantee.
That's right. Gosh.
Who are you rooting for?
That move always got me. You have no momentum just swinging the bottom of your limb around. Just fucking put your leg down, kick him again.
I
must say, Bolo's like stance is fucking so bodybuilder and good. Bro, do you even lift?
Get him, Chong Li.
Ducks. Ducks. Ducks.
What are we fighting for? That's Kayla. Should have seen that coming. He jumped up in the air and everything. That's what, like, Dave knows more about UFC. I don't. If you leave the ground to do a move, is it ever any more powerful?
I mean, you see some fights end with a jumping kick.
Really?
But it's like a big risk to do that.
It's not about a power thing. It's they're covering distance.
Yeah.
That's so I've seen fights where like a dude will do a jumping knee, and that'll fuck you up.
Okay. I've seen Roman Reigns do his
Yeah. Well, you got to cock it first. That's what the power is. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, see the disassociated look. That is the Van Damme.
More. I'm sorry, I can't give you more. Oh, he's in a blade.
Nobody sees this.
Is that Coke? What's he doing?
It's salt. Ah! Yeah. Just like Bret Hart with Yokozuna from the fucking WrestleMania 9.
Yeah.
My father was a snail. This hurts.
So what he needs is Hulk Hogan to come in and save him and actually steal the belt. Dave's not allowed to say any of this anymore, so he just can nod and agree with me, like, no, yeah, that's right, Matt, no. I am not employed by a wrestling company.
Where the video games at?
Or associate thereof.
Where the video games at? Oh, wow, look at all that sweat come off him.
God damn, I want to be there for this ADR session.
Wambi said, Pakistan.
The only one I saw recently was Hugh Jackman for Logan.
Oh, yeah.
During the final act of the movie.
Raymond Bramble says, Van Damme can snatch a fish out of a pond, but can't see a guy crush up Alka-Seltzer from 2 feet away.
No more.
I miss that in wrestling. I miss the foreign object. Yeah. That was always a really good go-to. It was like, you know, a roll of quarters in the belt.
There you go, Kayla. It's a nice butt shot for you. Something for the ladies.
It was a really good way for the heels to win. I don't know why they got away from that.
And tumble.
Actually, one of the best wrestling stories I heard was Jake the Snake. One of his first wrestling matches, he's like, well, where do I hide the roll of quarters or whatever it was? And the guy said, kid, that's how I know you're a mark. There's no fucking roll of quarters. You can just pretend there's one, right? Wait. You can't just pretend you're Ray Jackson and call him Frankie. Yeah, this is the best when he just yells. I'm so mad!
Screaming won't get your vision back.
Guys, how do my traps look? Good? That's the best grunt in the whole thing. The synthesizer.
Wait, someone set up a dinner table.
There it is. Foreshadowing, like I said, beginning of the movie. Fucking meditation. You ask when you meditate in a fight? Come on, Dave.
Though, at this point, Chong Li should just like run and just deck him in the face.
Yeah. He's respectfully holding back after throwing the fucking sand in his eyes. Yeah. There it is. And now he's going to make him tea.
It's a good thing I learned how to fight blind. You didn't see my montage.
No. I can tell. You have a shirt on. You're not Chong Li. There it is.
I thought, wouldn't there be a rule against touching the referee in these matches?
I think blind people should be allowed to fight.
By the way, my understanding, this is how Stan Hansen wrestled every match. Just half blind, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was kind of blind, wasn't he?
He was, like, really, really nearsighted and would lariat dudes, like, for real. On accident.
Cooper said, it is dishonorable to attack a man while powering up his chi. It is. Oh, come on, it wasn't done.
Of course, we know when you make the kick go around in a circle. This is more the ballet school Van Damme than the martial arts.
I can't believe I didn't see that coming.
She's like laughing the entire time.
Woo! Go team! This is a cheerleader move, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is he going to fall back on some spikes? Come on.
Good point, John Rodriguez. If it's a no-holds-barred tournament, why do they need a ref? Yeah, I guess you're right. That's the move, by the way. That's always in every Van Damme movie, is that kick, the split kick.
These are beautiful shots.
Always wondered why Rob Van Dam didn't incorporate that into his repertoire.
But I love that they show that like it's not his heel that hits him; it's the tip of his toes.
Yeah, it's like the ball of his foot.
The heel's the part that hurts you.
Well, yeah. In martial arts, they teach you to kick with the ball of your feet. Yeah, because it's.
I'm gonna mash up your face real good.
Say uncle. Say uncle. Ah!
He mate! You saw him mate!
You fucking say my name, you quit a fight.
Bente mate over here. This guy's a total wuss.
There it is. I'm not going to smell this thing because this thing smells ridiculous. Look at that. I love the cops trying to take him back.
So is now his vision back? He knows exactly where the...
Yeah.
Can I get some Visine?
Who's talking? My own sword. I could have gone to the county fair, but I did all this, and I got it.
It's fine. I already had a samurai sword.
Now, is there a kid with a San Francisco Giants hat around?
I mean, there are no swords in the tournament, but that's fine. We'll just
you deserve it.
Hey, big shout out to you. Oh.
Yeah. Totally. They allow people in hospitals to drink beer. That's the thing, right?
Oh, he got a blue mouth. That fight.
Oh, you boys.
Wild and crazy fighters. Be better.
Yeah. Braun will be all right, JJB Sterling. Braun's just going to be just fine.
That's why this is our place.
That's right. You know what you're going to get, Frankie? These hands.
So they have only known each other like a week.
Yeah.
You're my best friend, and I love you.
Fucking forged in the fires of the Kumite.
I love you, Ogre.
And realistically, like they probably went out to drinks one night and then hung out for 2 or 3 hours a day at the Kumite.
Another night of Space Invaders.
Yeah, he beat him at an arcade game, which immediately bonds you to someone for life. You owe him a life debt. This is the best right here.
How'd they do that?
Evaporated. God, he's good.
I'm dressed like Carmen Sandiego, but it's all right.
I'm off to another movie exactly like this. So Ogre's the top of the relationship, right? Yeah, I think so, Dog.
Yeah, totally.
You're so good at Army.
Kumite.
So is she going on the same flight? Is like
room for some coups?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I remember like airport policies being lax in the 80s, but you could not get that close to a plane.
I love that they wait till the end of the movie to say it's based on true life events of Frank.
He totally had sex with that lady. Believe it.
Yeah. They should have just had like
Frank fucked someone in Hong Kong.
According to Frank himself. We can't really verify it. 329 matches. Come on, undefeated.
Really?
No, nobody is undefeated after 300 matches.
Of like no, I don't know much about Ultimate Fighting, but like, who the fuck fights 300 matches with no gloves? You're dead.
Well, over 5 years, by the way, right? So that means you basically fought every 5 days.
UFC 1 through 45, or like 1 through 90. Oh no, there's his record. I can't deny it.
Yeah.
I've never heard of him.
Those are actual numbers.
Fastest kick. Who was there measuring the speed of that kick with a knockout? Like, oh yeah, we got our fucking fastball gun right here. It's fine.
I like to think it was the Asian guy with a mullet with like a speedometer, like a whoosh.
Frank Dukes also had the most people at his inauguration.
There it is. There it is. Dukes Ryu, or Ryu,
his
as I would
kick was
call it.
72 miles an hour. I gotta get his retainer to my mouth.
Yeah,
folks, thank you so much for tuning into this. I blame Dave for this. He wanted to watch the movie,
and
I love watching this.
This is the perfect Laser Time movie, I must say.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Patreon.com/LaserTime is where you'll find all these in like over 100 commentaries at this point. Jesus. Thank you so much. Yeah. We got to close out. Good night, everybody.